Alright, this is my round 1 in ProQuest London and Pendleton, Oregon. My round 1 opponent is Max the Hype Nitro with AB3. This is a very skilled opponent. They do have their own YouTube channel as well. I'll get their link in the description. If you want their deck list, you'll have to check out their Patreon for the deck list. This person won last year at our Pendleton event. You can see that by their mat here. And they came in second place overall in the event. And you can check up here. Our current goal is 500 subscribers. So that way we can run ads to make gas money to go to these events. I also have a Patreon. Check out the link below. You'll see the unedited version of these videos down there ahead of schedule. So like this one's been out for almost a week now, and then I'll have round 2 out before I even edit it. So check those out in the link below. Let's get into it though.
Alright, I am as ready as I can be.
Put a steam counter on the pistol.
So here, if I were to ideally keep any card, I just want to keep the Aether Spindle, so block with these 3. If they give me any other opportunities, I would love to keep the blue and the Spindle.
Zipper hit boosted.
5. I'll block 3.
No reactions.
No reactions. Take 2. 28.
Activate Max Nitro.
Yep.
No crank.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
So they did give me the extra opportunity to hold more cards. So here, the best option is Kano. Whatever I get is what I get, and then pitch staff and send it. And then hold on to the Spindle and hope I draw more blues to drop, cast it.
You still have go again, right, off that? Is that an instant or is that an action?
Action.
And it has go again?
It does not have go again.
Okay, so you have no more action points?
Nope, I chose not to crank.
And the reason that matters, I was asking about action points, was the hero ability of Max Nitro makes a Hyperdriver token. I didn't want to pitch a blocking card and then get attacked again because I gave them opportunity to attack. So I made sure they had no action point before I did this, so that way I can not get hit back in retaliation.
I will banish, cast gaze. I get off 2.
So I got energy potion and I got open the floodgate yellow. I don't need the floodgate. I should send it to the bottom, and I should pitch this to the staff. I unfortunately don't, so I still have a red in hand when I'm going to be playing potion for a turn. Whereas I need a blue
this one on top,
to keep doing things. And hence why I put the yellow at the bottom. I don't need it.
And go to end.
Yeah, no responses.
Alright. Draw up.
And here you can see where it hurts having this extra red in hand. Whereas if I had another blue, I could at least Kano off the top. Or, yeah, I could Kano off the top, just see some random stuff, and be able to arsenal this wildfire, and do some, or yeah, and block with the Spindle. But I now have an extra red in hand. If this was a slower matchup, I would just pitch all these, the Kano, all 3, to send them back and hopefully get another one. But this is aggro matchup, so I have to keep the first wildfire. See, in my opinion, out of my luck, I would not have seen another wildfire in time.
Not interesting turn.
That's okay. I like that.
Buff.
Yep.
Energy potion.
Yep.
For action and go to arsenal.
No responses.
Probably should have pitched one of those on your turn as well, but
Here I acknowledge that I should have pitched the blazing.
Yep.
Always.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
And look at that, I get another wildfire anyways. When I said my luck, I wouldn't have gotten it.
Throttle.
For 6.
Boosting. That's a crankshaft. This will stay neutral. It will get me another resource. 2 resources floating. 6 go again.
I will. Yep. I'll block 3.
No reacts.
Alright, take 3. 25.
Zipper hit. Boosted.
Another 5.
5 go again.
I will block 3.
No reacts.
Alright, take 2. Down to 23.
So blocking with the wildfire kind of sends also a message to them, like, hey, I'm not coming off this turn. You can do whatever you need to. They don't know this is a wildfire here, but it also could indicate that I have something important here because I blocked with both of these. So this is kind of free information. I could have saved the wildfire for the last block as opposed to sending it here. So that way they don't get the information that I'm definitely not comboing because my 2 combo pieces are here.
0 to 60 boosted. Big Bertha will put a 3rd steam counter on the hyperdriver.
4. I will
4 go again.
declare no blocks.
No reacts.
Alright.
The reason I'm not blocking here is I got double blue. The goal is to get 2 to 3 potions off as fast as possible. I need a Kano twice to get that.
Down to 19. Right, or no,
18.
18, yeah, I can't
18.
do math.
All good, all good. I'm going to use my 2 resources floating to activate the once per turn action and create a hyperdriver.
Seems good.
No crank. Pass the turn.
Sounds good. I will Kano.
Okay.
I will banish a spindle.
Sounds good.
I will buff 2 floating and then cast for none floating for 5.
Thinking a little bit, let's just fast forward to when we see our hand, because I ended up just taking the 5. There's a lot of people that debate whether or not they can take the 5. They do have AB3, but pitching in blue could mess up their resource count. So seeing here, we got all blues, 2 potions, and a yellow flood. So this is an interesting hand. I don't need to combo. I want to play another energy potion here just due to the amount of high resources in the deck. But let's say I was in a different circumstances, I was much lower life in the game. You could order this in a way where you keep all 4 blues and have Floodglade on top. So that way you could guarantee an extender into your combo. If I remember right, I keep 3 blocking cards and an energy potion and a clarity on top. The reason I do the clarity on top is because I'd much rather have the energy potion. And if I'm able to, let's say they have a weak turn, I can keep another blue. I'm not keeping this floodgate in hand. I will block with it first, or a blue first, and then try and keep a blue to get that extra potion off the top.
Like that. I will. I'll leave them on top in this order.
Okay.
And go to end.
Yep, no responses.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay. High Octane, pitched a Master Cog.
Yep.
When I pitch that, we're going to put a 3rd steam counter on this hyperdriver with a Master Cog's effect.
Yep.
High Octane,
Yeah, it's good.
good to go. I'll draw the card.
Action points, action points, action points.
0 to 60. Boosted. Zipper hit. When I boost, these will each lose 1. And I'll get 2 resources on top of the 1 floating is 3 total floating. 4
4
go again.
go again.
1 action point generated off the boost.
I will block 3.
No reacts.
Alright.
And again, I don't know how metagamey or not, what's the word, minute it is showing my extender as the first block. I think I should get in a little bit of habit of like blocking with the blue first, or if I'm blocking at all, they probably think I'm not going to combo off, but I don't know how important it is. That small information is like, oh, my extender is blocking first, so I'm not going to combo. So they can also like hold back their turn. Like, okay, cool, we stripped their extender, but I don't know how metagamey or how kind of thought process that is for some people.
Go again. 2 action points.
It's like if I had blocked with Wildfire first. They're like, oh, okay, he's not comboing. I can just YOLO end it. Their turn's not that interesting. But I think you need to put the pressure on Kano anyways.
Fast and Furious boosted. It's just going to be 3.
Just 3.
Just 3.
Declare no.
Boosting will get me an action.
Declare no blocks.
Since there's no on hits, I'm trying to keep as many blues as possible. I still have plenty of health, 14.
Pulse Wave Harpoon.
That gets full blocker.
That will be a 4th action point.
Yep.
And we are at 4. So when this attacks, you'll reveal 3 cards from your hand, and I get to choose one with defense less than. We'll go ahead and take the Aether.
At this point, they would have seen all my cards regardless what I block with.
Yep.
Take one.
13.
And I think a little bit, so I fast forward here.
Correctly.
Yep.
Declare no
So
blocks.
they send pistol.
I was at 13.
I did not write correctly. 13,
yeah.
14, took 1, 13, 11.
Yep, 11.
11. Okay. That'll go down to 3 action points to load the pistol.
Yep.
Fire again.
No blocks.
9.
9.
Gonna activate the Foundry Hearts.
Okay.
1 and 2 right here.
Yep.
So that'll get me 2. That has go again, so I'll maintain 3. But I'll get 2 resources. Use one of them. Fire another 2.
Down to 7.
7.
They're in the tank again a little bit.
Load the pistol again. 2 resources floating. Go down to 1 action point for another 2.
3.
Good. On 3. I'm trying my best to hold that extra blue to get that potion.
Accelerator to give myself another action point.
Okay.
2.
I'll block here.
Block there.
Yep.
And 1 more time.
Okay, down to 1.
Down to 1.
Doing my best to hold that extra blue.
Down to AB2.
They got to see my hand, so they're like, alright, I gotta send all the damage that I can. No reason to let me hold on to that blue.
Potion.
They also know I kept the
Pass.
5th card on top.
Drop.
And then I got to see all 3 of my wildfires here.
And
Ooh,
then we'll drop
that's-
these down to 1 and float with
So
2 resources.
here's my hand. I'm at 1, so I have to go off here regardless. They're gonna have 3 card hand and 2 floating. Don't know what the ratios are on the max deck for blues, but they only have AB2 at the moment. So I have Wildfire and Arsenal here, and I have this. The best avenue for this hand, I'm saying this now so that we can skip past my thinking. It will have to be Kano with one of these blues, Kindle, maintaining priority, and then Kanoing again, also maintaining priority, Ragamuffin's hat to get the Wildfire on top. And that is exactly what we do, so we can just skip forward to when I do it. And this camera angle ahead of time is going to be, see, like I was laying out cards earlier. Okay, a little too far. Right.
Yep.
So this is where I first canoed.
On the stack.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. We have 1 in order.
And Kindle on the stack.
Kindle on the layer.
And then we will Kano.
Second.
I need to bring more Kanos. I have extra
And
copies of
we're on
Kano.
top.
Ooh, damn it.
I'll pitch to staff.
So get a little bit ahead.
We get Wildfire.
So Ragamuffins, Wildfire.
I'll pitch to staff.
I mean, luckily we got a blue, which I
Kindle resolves.
accidentally skipped over.
2 floating. We'll keep track of my amp on my staff. Or amp equivalent.
Yep. So you got 1.
Yep.
Resolve Kindle.
Resolve Kindle.
No cards in hand.
I get to draw.
Yep.
Okay. Amp 2.
That is a blue. We'll get to see it in a
Kindle
second.
amping 1.
2 total plump.
Specifically, my Eye of Affinia, which we need to swap for a titanium bauble, so that way it's still a blue. But yeah, my Eye of Affinia is a little bit too curved. I will have to find some way to remedy that.
This is my Eye of Affinia proxy. That's I showed you the real one in there. So I will pitch that to Kano.
Sure.
I get to amp, or not amp, opt 2.
Opt 2.
And then it would be another Kano stack there. 1, 2.
So this is a red Open the Floodgates and a blue. We have 2 Kanos, so we could get both these cards. They're not fine. As I said, they're fine to get both off Kano because we're going to have a Wildfire coming in for 6. I could have it for 7 depending on the resources in hand. But yeah, I for sure will want this one on top regardless because I could also draw this blue.
We will put that on top, that on top. Resolve this Kano. Boom. We'll keep this one on the stack here. And then I will
Yeah, this is going to be a bad camera angle going forward. I just need
Wildfire
to lean
for
back
6.
next time.
Cool. I'm gonna use my 2 floating resources to prevent 2 of it.
So Wildfire comes to 4.
Cool, that's my 2 resources floating. So Wildfire for 4. And yeah, we'll just keep that there.
Yeah.
And this will stay here. I will pop a potion to pay this. This will come in for
This being the Open the
plus
Floodgates.
4, so 7.
I will pitch 2 to prevent 2.
2 of 7, that's 5.
Yep.
And since it dealt more than 3, I do get to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
We know for sure one's a blue. Now we got the second blue, which is huge. We have another
And
Wildfire.
we'll let this Kano resolve now.
I'm glad I didn't miss that. Sometimes I forget there's one still on the stack when I play in paper.
Sonic Boom. So there we go. I will cast Sonic Boom with a Metacarpus. So 4 and then 5. Buffs.
8.
8.
The reason I Metacarpus this as opposed to not Metacarpusing this, I wanted to make sure I had extra blues in case I needed to extend further depending on what I got off Sonic Boom. If I just got a random zap, essentially, I would need to have to Kano again and maintain resources.
Prevent 2.
2, so it comes in for 6.
This is where Sonic Boom is going to reduce the next card anyway, so
I get to
even
play
if
the
it
top
costs
card.
1,
Blazing.
luckily I get a Blazing as a
I
finisher,
will
which does not
activate
kill here
boots.
yet.
1 floating, or sorry, 2 floating. Wildfire for 8.
Prevent 2.
I should have popped chest piece and make it 9 just because I know it's already going to be lethal as is, but if he had AB3, I need to ensure just the habit to if I can take away one of the arcane barrier, I might as well. I also
6.
have potion.
So
I'm not, and I will have none
for
floating
6,
anyways.
And then 10 blazing will be Wildfire is just buffed for 10 in itself. And then
It's 31.
So yeah, I'm blazing for 31. Even if they're full health, I dealt 10 in wildfires, and then so yeah, they're dead. Check out my Patreon again. Subscribe so we can get to that 500 mark. And again, check out their channel. I have this was 5-round Swiss, and then we'll have top 8 after that. So stay tuned. Remember, the schedule is Mondays, Fridays, Wednesdays if I have time to squeeze out an edited video. I think this one will be out on a Friday. But again, on Patreon, all my unedited videos will be up there ahead of schedule. Check that out. Bye.